Close your eyes. Not literally, you're watching a video. But imagine pure silence. 50,000 years ago. Not the silence of your room, not the muffled, comfortable silence behind closed window. A silence so deep it has weight. No hum of electricity, no distant traffic, no airplanes leaving white lines in the sky, just nothing. You are standing in the dark, and then, crack. A single dry twig, snapping. Somewhere to your left. Maybe 10, somewhere, maybe 5. That is the sound. The one sound ancient humans never ignored. Not once, not ever. And the reason why is buried so deep in your nervous system that you still react to it today, even if you don't realize it. Let's start with what the sound isn't. It isn't the roar of a predator. A roar is terrifying, sure, but a roar is loud. A roar is honest. A roar tells you exactly where the danger is. You hear a lion roar, you know which direction not to walk in. A snapping twig is the exact opposite. A snapping twig means one thing and one thing only. Something is moving, and it is trying very hard not to be hard. In the ancient world, there was no benign explanation for that sound. It wasn't a dog. Dogs didn't exist yet. It wasn't a deer. Deer don't snap twigs when they walk. They step softly. It wasn't the wind. The wind doesn't sound like a clean, sharp fracture of wood. If you heard that sound in the dark, it was a stalker, a carnivore, something with claws and teeth, testing the ground before it pounced. And you had roughly 2 seconds to figure out where it was. So your brain developed a shortcut. A brutal, highly efficient, zero-delay neurological bypass. When that specific acoustic signature hits your ear, a sudden high-frequency crack in a low-noise environment, it doesn't go to the part of your brain that thinks. It doesn't go to the prefrontal cortex. It goes straight to the amygdala, the alarm center. And before you even consciously register what the sound was, your body is already moving. Your adrenaline spikes, your heart rate doubles, your pupils dilate to let in every scrap of light. You don't decide to react. Your ancestors decided for you, hundreds of thousands of years ago. Because here's the mathematical reality of that sound in the ancient world. If you hear a twig snap and you ignore it, you die. If you hear a twig snap and it's just the wind, you look stupid for a second. Evolution does not care about looking stupid. Evolution cares about not being eaten. So it wired you to treat every single snap as a matter of life and death. But there's a layer to this that's even more fascinating. It's not just about the volume, it's about the acoustics. The human here is a bizarre piece of engineering. The outer ear, that strange fleshy spiral on the side of your head, isn't just for decoration. It acts as a sound funnel. And its specific shape evolved to be exceptionally good at pinpointing exactly where sudden high-frequency sounds are coming from. Not from the front, you can see what's in front of you, from the sides, from behind, from above. In less than 30 milliseconds, your brain calculates the tiny differences in time and volume between the sound hitting your left ear and your right ear, and it paints a precise three-dimensional map in your mind of exactly where the sound originated. You don't just hear the twig snap, you know exactly which bush it came from. This is a predator detection system so sophisticated that modern microphones and computer algorithms still struggle to replicate it in real time, and ancient humans relied on it every single night. But humans are just prey. We are predators too. And at some point, roughly 70,000 years ago, we figured something out. If that sound makes us freeze, it makes other animals freeze too. We didn't just run from the sound of a snapping twig. We learned to weaponize it. Imagine a group of ancient hunters. They've tracked a herd of antelope to a narrow canyon. They can't just run in, the antelope will scatter. So they spread out, hidden in the bushes, silent. And then, one of them snaps a twig. Crack. The antelope freeze, not because they saw a human, but because 2 million years of evolution just screamed in their brains that a leopard is in the bushes. Their bodies lock up, just for a second. Just long enough for the hunters to close the distance. We stole the predator's acoustic signature. We used the sound of a stalker to become better stalkers. We turned fear into a tool. And then, we took it one step further. We started making the sound with our own mouths. Clicks. Clacks. Sharp, sudden percussion using our tongue and teeth. Many linguists believe that the earliest forms of human language weren't words at all. They were imitations of this exact sound. Sharp, high-frequency clicks used to coordinate hunting, to warn each other, to point at danger without using our hands or moving our bodies. The sound of the snapping twig might literally be the mother of human speech. Now, look at what we've done to ourselves. You live in a world that has completely flooded this system. Your alarm system is designed for an environment where a sudden sound means death. But what does your environment actually sound like? Sirens, horns, notifications, slamming doors, music blasting from speakers. Your brain is being pinged hundreds of times a day by sounds that trigger the exact same amygdala response as a predator in the bushes. And you wonder why you feel anxious all the time? You are living in an acoustic environment that is constantly, relentlessly, falsely telling your nervous system that you are about to be eaten. Your ancient hardware has no idea what a text message is. It just hears a sudden beep and dumps adrenaline into your bloodstream. But here's the strangest part. Even in all this noise, that specific sound still cuts through. Think about every horror movie you've ever seen. The protagonist is walking down a dark hallway, the music swells, and then silence. Complete silence. And in that silence, creak, a floorboard, or rustle leaves outside a window. Why does that make your heart pound? You know it's a movie. You know you're safe on your couch. It makes your heart pound because the director is hijacking a 2 million-year-old survival circuit. They don't need to show you the monster. Your brain will invent a monster far more terrifying than anything CGI could create. The moment it hears that specific acoustic signature in a quiet environment, your brain fills in the blank with the worst possible thing. Because that's what the sound means. It means something is there that you can't see. Ancient humans didn't ignore that sound. They couldn't. Their lives depended on treating every snap, every crack, every sudden break in the silence as the most important event of that exact moment. You still carry that wiring. You are still that human standing in the dark. Next time you're walking alone at night, maybe through a park, maybe down a quiet street, and you hear a sudden sharp sound behind you, a branch, a step, a crack, and you feel that electric chill shoot down your spine, don't ignore it. Don't tell yourself it's nothing. That chill is 2 million years of your ancestors whispering, run. Let me know in the comments what video you want me to make next. See you soon.